Folks! Sorry, folks. Folks! My name is Rudy. You're watching Alpha Investments. So today we're having another Lego video conversation. Hold on. So, hoping you're having a good day. Today we're going to go over some basic things that I don't think you want to hear. And that is... So, we're in the end of 2023 going to 2024. And I don't think people understand that most of these collectible markets have changed drastically from the 2021 era. I think one of the biggest things that we all need to come to terms with is everything from trading card games to video games to limited edition anything that's limited or collectible, all the way to our friend Lego over here. The Lego brand, all these Lego sets. We need to understand that companies are pivoting and leaning into this collectible, collector, special edition, collector's edition kind of concept that lures in higher sales and gets people excited. Okay, this is just a real thing that's happening. Something that I think you all appreciate. Hopefully we'll get some actual toy stores commenting below, but I don't think people realize, everyone complains in the Magic, the Pokemon, but Rudy, my distributor charges $100 a box for Pokemon. They're like 90 and 99 and 109 online. How much? There's like no, I lose, I don't understand. There's no money in this stuff. You are correct, Penelope. I'm glad you're still positive because, again, that's where we're at. Pokemon has raised their prices multiple times over the years to cannibalize some of that secondary market. Magic the Gathering and Papa Wizards of the West Coast and Hasbro are textbook, the kings at leaning into the secondary market. Secret Lair is the first time that they will ever tell you, even though they don't watch the secondary market. Nobody actually believes that, right? Is it still for the community? Are we still trying to go for the community? Give back for the community? Are we still doing that kind of thing? We can't. Remember that, folks. We're going to pause the video here. If you're watching a YouTube channel that always drills into your head, this channel only exists for the community. I need to give back to the community. And especially when they say that, they always look up at the sky. Like, I don't know, maybe a lightning bolt or a taco is going to hit them. Be very skeptical of people who are coming off certain ways like that. Usually, it can be a lot of smoke and mirrors. Be very careful. I don't like people. I don't like concepts. I don't like businesses that tend to, we're here for you. We are only running this business to do good. We are trying to have a good impact on the world. Do you know what the definition of a business is? Do you know what the definition of accounting is and just balance sheets and cash flow statements? And let me help you out. Let me just slap you across the face. The point of all this is to make money. It's the only reason I have the time to film videos, 40, 50 videos a month. The only reason any store exists when you leave your house and you're driving your I don't know, whatever you're driving, your Lambo or something down the road to Taco Bell, the only reason all the stores you're driving by exist is to make money. Not because they're thinking, God, gee golly, you know what we need to do? We need to open an ice cream store and we need to just pump out free ice cream. Just be careful about that, folks. A lot of people will come off certain ways to kind of slither their way in. I've always been uneasy of people who try to do that creative kind of approach. But anyways, I want to go back to the video now. The Lego world is in the same place that Magic the Gathering, Pokemon, Papa Hasbro, all these card games are going into, okay? You have to understand the margins in Lego are awful. So if you're a toy store out there, again, overall, let's just use the basic math here. If a Lego set is $100 MSRP, okay, in the Lego world, MSRP is a little bit more followed than in the Magic world where there is no MSRP, okay? Because again, MSRP of a Magic the Gathering draft booster box is what? I don't know, what's it supposed to be, 150? It used to be 144, what is it, 160 now or something? And I mean, stores pay what, 60% of that? 65% of that? Depending what volume or size store is. So again, it turns out where the average store has to buy draft boxes for around $90 a box. Okay? 90 or 94 a box, 93 a box, whatever it is. It's awful. There's no money in this crap. So in the Lego world, if a Lego set MSRPs for $100, the average store is going to get the same discount to fair market value, which means the average toy store who buys $100, a case of 4 or 6 Lego sets for $100, the store is going to pay around $60. Sometimes it's 65, sometimes 55. But on average, on a law of large numbers, no clearance, nothing crazy or special going on, a Lego or a toy store who's licensed to sell Lego, okay, at their toy store with action figures and Star Wars and Lego and board games or whatever it is, historically, the average price they're going to pay is 60 cents on the dollar. So $60 for every $100 Lego set. Now, unless you've been living under a rock, you may say, well, Rudy, what about you? Honestly, I like to build positions in Lego sets. I have no plans to open a Lego toy store type approach because the margins are just as terrible, but they take up 10 times more space compared to the trading card world. They are bulky. They're even more condition sensitive on outer packaging and outer boxes, and it's not something I recommend for anybody, period. Now, if you're a multi-millionaire and you always want to have a little boutique toy store just to have Lego sets and have fun with your local friends and your local community, hey, then have fun. You're already rich. Good for you. But so understand, the toy store market is going through the same thing that the card world is going through, okay? Which is Costco leads the market in Lego markdowns, followed by, of course, Amazon. Amazon tends to do the same markdowns as Costco and Walmart Target price matching. It's just the way the Lego secondary market works. Now, what does that mean for you all and me? Well, that means essentially a good deal in the Lego world is always 20% off. It's like an industry standard in the Lego world. If you're buying a Lego set at full MSRP, 100 cents on the dollar, then you're paying 10% in sales tax. So you're paying 110% net out the door for a $100 item. You're paying $110. Your cost basis is going to be high. If you ever want to flip that and make money or sell it in the future, well, essentially you're going to have to sell it for probably $140, $150. In other words, 150 cents on the dollar if you paid 110 cents on the dollar after shipping and fees to net any form of 10, 20% return. If that is your goal, which is to flip Lego sets. Personally, there's a lot better ways to make money in this world. I mean, hell, the Taco Bells and the Chick-fil-A's here in Florida are paying like $15, $20 an hour. There's times I'm like, should I just work at Chick-fil-A and make like $20 an hour and eat like waffle fries? Like, how much money would I save on waffle fries? Like, you can make more money. Like, if you're going to work an 8-hour shift at $20 an hour, not including taxes and all that stuff, let's just say, that's $160 gross. Like, if you have your own toy store selling Legos or cards and your own LGS, like, you understand at the end of that 8 hours, you made your money. You have no risk of liability, no risk of inventory appreciation, depreciation, theft, chargebacks, people stealing from you. Don't have to deal with all of that. You go home, you Netflix and chill with your woman, and you don't care, right? It doesn't matter. So there's I think people lose sight of that. It's not always this evil, what do you do? I work for a company. Oh, you're not an entrepreneur making millions. Like, that's become another weird thing where it's like, if you have a real job, it's like, that's why it's kind of a meme, because it's like people look down upon that now. Oh, what, you're not an entrepreneur? What color is your Bugatti? Yeah, it's like, no, I have a regular job. Like, dude, anyways. So the point is, the Lego world is going through a similar thing that you all are feeling with the collectible card world. And that is Amazon dumps, Hasbro saying, well, there's no MSRP, but Hasbro selling products and dumping products direct to market so that stores can't make any money. Okay, well, how do you think toy stores feel that have big, bulky things like this, okay? And they're buying a $100 set of Legos, $100, what do we got here? $100 city space shuttle. My son loves space stuff, like anything spaceships, space shuttles, or anything. So I always buy these in like 5 or 10 quantity units. We always open one. He has a blast. It's a super cool thing. So anyways, so if you're buying a $100 MSRP set of Lego and Amazon's dumping it for $80 and you're paying $60, I mean, are you going to sell it for $79? Just to compete with Papa Bezos and his penis rocket club at Blue Origin? So that's the issue with this stuff, is that people keep claiming that magic in these Amazon dumps, including me. It's frustrating. It sucks. It's a negative thing. We're all claiming how much they shouldn't be doing it, but it's not just happening with cards. This is happening in many sectors, and it's all because these companies who make these items are understanding and jealous and unhappy of the strength of these secondary markets. Now, we're at the end of this video. No one's watching. The problem is these idiots at these corporations, the air must be so pleasant with sunflowers up in the sky of the ivory tower. They don't understand that the only reason that they are successful is because of the secondary market. These morons at the top who just don't have a clue what's happening way down there on the ground level, they don't understand that game pieces are not the reason their companies make the money that they make. Now, there's a chunk of the market that allows them to make that money, but I would be willing to bet 60 to 80%, I'm talking 75% of profit in sales are due to collectors, investors, and LGSs, and single sellers, and flippers, and whatever it is. I would be willing to bet over half of sales in the card world are because of the strength in consumer confidence in the secondary market. Now, these idiots at the top who don't get paid to think, they don't seem to understand that if you destroy and you kind of piddle-paddle in that and you nuke that market, people start changing behaviors. And then they don't understand why, well, God, why are people ordering less draft boxes or less set boxes in Magic the Gathering? We printed a ton of the new Pokemon Scarlet Violet because the market wanted tons of new product, and now suddenly the market's falling apart. But I thought everybody wanted, they couldn't get enough Pokemon. You gotta catch them all, right? You gotta catch every game piece. And suddenly, the higher-ups at the top, who are breathing that perfect sky air, keep saying, I don't understand what's happening. Why is every Magic set coming out and tanking? Why is the new Pokemon block suddenly not doing... I don't understand this. Because those individuals aren't paid to be that smart. They're paid to pretend like they understand what's happening, but they're so high up they can't see or hear what's really going on. And that's why they're supposed to have advisors and middle management and other employees who actually support the company. The hundreds, if not thousands of people who work for Wizards and Hasbro, who actually do all the work, those are the individuals that really, they're the ones of value. Okay? Yet they probably get paid, 4 cents on the dollar compared to the CEO or whatever it is. It's outrageous. But that's just how it is. There's nothing we can do about it. I'm not a billionaire. You guys aren't billionaires. We can't do anything about it. So that's why we make these videos, we talk about it, and we have a conversation about why these things are happening. And I thought it was important to make a video today to let you all know, because most of you followers and most of the guys who support me and most of you all out there watching my channel are from the card world. And I'm here to tell you all, if you talk to anybody who has a boutique, a cafe, a toy store, or anything that carries toys, retail items, Lego distribution, they'll tell you the same thing that's very similar to what we're going through in the world of Magic and Pokemon. And I just want you all to be aware that it's not an isolated event with Magic. This is a big thing. And is in more industries than we want to acknowledge because it sucks. Because again, these companies are obsessed with more, always bigger growth, greater share price, greater percentage revenue year over year. Did our margins expand? Wait a minute. Hasbro did 10 billion, but the profit's only 5 billion. Last year it was 6 billion. All right, so we had margin contraction. Why are we having margin contraction? Is it higher cost of goods sold? Take one booster pack out of everything. Lego? Remove 5 pieces. One minifigure needs to be removed from every Lego set. Like, we have the memes and jokes on this channel, but there's a lot of fucking truth to it. And it fucking sucks, because that's really what it is. The reason these memes and jokes exist because I'm trying to make it playful and enjoyable for you to watch, while at the same time discussing something that truly sucks. That's the reality of it. I love Lego. I've been buying Lego since I was a kid. I've been collecting and investing Lego since I've been an adult the last couple of years. Expanded a lot into it. And I've not regretted any of it. Actually, it turns out a lot of these things I bought in the last 5 years. Lego 40305. That's cool. It's the Lego store as a Lego building set. What year is this? Does it have a year? 2018. I don't know what this is. I think this was like 20 or 30 bucks. It's 5 years old now. Somebody give me a price. Lego 40305. I'm sure this is probably not $20 or $30 anymore, because this is a really cool, this is an awesome little set. Inside the Lego store, you build the different rooms and the items. Very cool. But the point is, there's still opportunity out there. I don't want to come off as, the sky is falling, but the sky definitely has leaks in it. There are things that are falling. Behavior needs to adjust. Easy mode is turned off, and we are in for many years of difficult market conditions. Okay? I expect whenever you watch this video, the stock market could be still going up for some reason. In my opinion, the stock market's going to have to level out or retrace and calm down, because the stock market's had such a good year. Year to date, the S&P or NASDAQ was up 10, 20, 30%. The market's going to calm down. It's going to have to retrace. Now, whether you watch today's video and it skyrockets and the stock market's going to the moon, you guys are making fun of me. I can't predict the timing. All I know is the market will level out. The stock market's going to have to do some pullbacks. People are going to freak out. And what you should be doing is, oh yeah, my account went down, but guess what? I've been wanting to add some. I haven't been able to buy anything for many months because the stock market's been going on a tear. Well, these are the times that now you're getting punched in the face. You build your positions. That's all I have to say today, folks. I hope you learned something. There remains tremendous opportunity in Magic, in Pokemon, in Weiss, in Flesh and Blood, in MetaZoo. Even in this new One Piece, people are obsessed with these new things. There's a lot of opportunity in Lego. There's a lot of opportunity in all kinds of categories of life. I still love graded paper currency, Federal Reserve notes, silver certificates, gold certificates, coin collecting. Some people love stamp collecting, G.I. Joes and action figures and all these different things. I'm not into a lot of that stuff, but a lot of people have a passion. And I respect that they're having fun and they're trying to make money while they enjoy themselves. Life is short, folks. You need to be doing something you enjoy. And remember, I'm not telling you this stuff because you should invest all your money in Lego, okay? Because you shouldn't. And people who are always going to take things out of context, you can make fun of Rudy, do all this, because most people aren't going to watch late in the video. And you'll see very shallow-minded, usually pretty disappointing individuals in the world. They just love to be angry and negative. If you really want to make the most potential money in this world, your best bet long-term is always 99% chance is always probably going to be, is the S&P 500. I have, in a 20, 30-year time frame, I have a very difficult time believing that most of us are going to be able to outperform the S&P in a 20, 30-year time frame. The only reason we talk about collecting and investing and accumulating these other items is because we enjoy it. Sure, the S&P 500 is fantastic. You can buy the S&P 500 today at a record high or low, and in 20, 30 years, you're probably going to look like a rock star. Who cares? But that's not what we're trying to do here. We're trying to enjoy the hobbies we want to be a part of while still not losing our ass. And while the community and people who are trying to be for the people and sell game pieces and wants everything to be cheap, I'm never going to agree with it. I'm sorry, we're never going to be on the same page because, again, I have a lot of resources. I have a lot of money. Sure, a lot of you out there, Rudy's already rich, right? Rudy rich, R squared? Yes, I don't need to work. I don't need to make any videos. I could delete the whole channel and just disappear into the sunset. Whatever. It wouldn't really matter at this point. But I enjoy it. I enjoy interacting. I enjoy seeing the funny comments below. I enjoy getting messages from the public and patrons saying, Rudy, the amount of exposure you've shown me of what's out there, you've allowed me to see things differently. You've allowed me to be more calm, less emotional. Let me make more logical decisions, not get emotionally crazy when things go up or down. It's very fulfilling for me to enjoy a lot of this. But yes, the reason we do all this is because we enjoy the journey of something that means something to us. And we try to also make money while enjoying something. That's like the holy land of the holy grail sweet spot. To have a hobby, have fun, and not only does it not cost you money, but it generates money. That is the point of this, okay? Remember, at the end of the day, if you just want to make pure money, you don't care, buy the fucking S&P 500, wait 20 years, you're going to be up. It's really that simple. But that's not what we're talking about. Because that's not fun. That sucks. That's boring. It doesn't do anything. There'll be 2-3 years where you make no money, and then 1 year you make a ton. It's boring. It's volatile. That's the only reason why We don't talk about the S&P as much as we should, but have a beautiful day, folks. Surround yourself with good people. Stay off the negative drama channels of government and politics and all these things that need you. You got to pick a side and hate everybody else. You guys know that. Don't be a part of that stuff. We're all human. If you have a passion for having fun with collectibles, Rudy likes you. I give you a Rudy hug. We're all on the same page. You know, everything else is just, it's fugazi. It's fairy dust. And they want you to be a part of something and dislike something else so that everybody feels like there's cliques and groups. And that's just this modern society to keep the average working person just running in the hamster wheel so we can all be angry at something. And that's really, it's disappointing the world's like this. Because most of my days, I mean, I'm generally a pretty positive dude because the world's a beautiful place. There's a lot of amazing fun things, a lot of amazing people, and a lot of good and amazing things that humans do every day. But no one gives a shit about it. Everybody just wants to attack and bash and steal, defraud, act like this is that. And it's just like, yeah, well, guess what? Some things go down in price, some things go up in price. You know, not everything is like that, you know? So, thanks for watching, folks. Lego video number 3. Oh, yeah, penis.